Welcome back to another video. I'm so sorry I have not uploaded in like over a month. There are several reasons for it. The main reasons being I work every day until about 2 p.m. I've been super busy. I went on a trip to California. I haven't really had any mods to do to the car because I've had not a lot of money recently. But I am back with this video because I've wanted to make this video for a while and I just barely remembered that I wanted to make this video. So in this video, I'm going to talk about if it's worth it to buy a Subaru WRX. Now I've owned this car for probably 1 or 2 months now, but I have absolutely loved this car. It is a 2006 Subaru Impreza WRX, and it is the limited one, so it has the leather on the inside. I think that's the only difference in the limited. It has the heater seats and the leather, and I believe that is all the differences in the limited, but I have absolutely loved it. This car, it has had some problems that I will get into a little bit later, but overall, I've definitely loved it. Coming from a Honda though, it is a lot more expensive to own a Subaru WRX than a Honda. I'm just going to get right into this video and talk about reasons why I think getting a WRX is better, reasons why owning a Honda is better, just all that type of stuff, because if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know I owned a Honda Civic previously, and I switched to a WRX because I wanted something faster. And, well, with speed comes obviously some downs, but I'll get into that. Having owned a WRX now for almost 2 months, there have been, I would say there have been like 2 problems that I can think of. The first thing that happened is the day I bought it. I drove it all the way home from Park City, Utah, and I pull into the driveway, and then I leave to go show my brother and all my friends at work. So I pull up to work to show my brother and my friends, and check engine light comes on. That sketched me out, so I drove over to AutoZone because I don't have like a cob access port or any way to check the code. So I checked the code, and it was for a lean code. Asked my friends who have WRXs, and then they tried to help me. We cleaned out the mass airflow sensor, we changed the O2 sensor, but it still came on. So I was like, you know what, I'm done with trying to fix these little things. I'm just gonna take it to Subaru. Took it to Subaru, and it was a boost leak. So it was like $100 for the diagnosis and like I think maybe $13 to fix it or something. So that kind of sucked that I had a boost leak day 1. That was the first problem, and it was on like the day that I brought it home. So that was like, great, what did I even do? Why am I buying a WRX? And then after I fixed the boost leak, it was running great until all of a sudden, one day, I was driving, and my car started to smell like, if you've ever had the cereal Waffle Crisps, this is really like specific, but it smelled like waffles. Come to find out, it was my radiator. It had leaked or exploded. I don't even know what the heck happened to it, but it was, the engine bay was like, coolant was everywhere. It smelled like old coolant, like just something was wrong. So I took it into Subaru, and the radiator was bad. That was the second problem that I've had with this car, and after that, I fixed the radiator more than a month ago, maybe a little bit less. But once the radiator was fixed, everything on the car has been running perfectly so far. I do need brakes, but I just haven't changed them because the car brakes fine, and I'm like, it's not like they're terrible, it just needs brakes. But that's not a problem with the car itself. As far as problems go, that is the only thing that I've had problems with this car. The boost leak, that's something kind of I feel more unique to not only turbo cars, but Subaru WRXs. Like my friend, he gets a boost leak often. So coming from a Honda Civic, the boost leaks, the radiator, those were problems. My Civic had problems too. I needed to change the clutch. I broke the shifter cable. That was my fault. I was trying to learn to rev match and heel toe, but I was throwing it into gear way too hard. Ended up snapping the shifter cable. That we don't need to talk about that. I think we can now talk about the pros of the Subaru WRX, or like reasons why I think it's worth it to get a WRX over something else like a Honda Civic, let's say. Things that I've absolutely loved about owning this Subaru WRX though is something that is Subaru is they have the unequal length header, so they have the Subaru Rumble. I have loved so much Rumble because it's not like Honda where, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the crap out of Hondas. I'm kind of a weird person. I drive a Subaru WRX, but I think I love Honda more. The only reason, like I said, is because of the turbo, because of power, because of Rumble. Just, those are the reasons why I prefer Subaru over Honda. But the Rumble sound is so good. It makes it so worth it to own a Subaru just for that Rumble sound. I absolutely love Rumble. Also, talking about Rumble, I can get into boost. This car is turbo, it is boosted, which makes it super fun. I came from an R18A1 FG1, that's my Honda talk for my old Civic. 100 at the most, like 140 horsepower, let's say. This is at the most 230, so it's almost double, almost, not quite, but almost double. And it is so fun. I have been able to control myself, no tickets, no nothing, but if I ever get, like if I'm on an on-ramp to a freeway, or if I'm just on like a road where it's safe, you know, I can just boost, go through the gears. This car is so fun. As I have like said previously, like one of the main reasons why I bought this car was because it is faster than a Civic, because the owner had kept well care of it, because it had boost. There were just so many reasons why I got this car and wanted to sell my old car. And To be honest, this car is, so far for me, it has been a lot of money. I know insurance is a lot if you're independent. I have awesome parents who help me, like, they help me out with insurance because, first of all, I have no tickets, so I have a perfect record, so that helps my insurance. Second of all, in school, I got good grades, so that helps a lot too. But I know if you are independent, if you have a bad record, this car can be ridiculous on insurance. Don't quote me on this, but I believe if you have an STI, it can be more than like a Porsche 911. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that that's right. One thing that you should look for if you're planning on getting a WRX is call your insurance and see how much it's gonna cost, because that is probably the #1 concern when buying this car is the cost of insurance. But there's also gas. Coming from a Civic, gas does cost more in this car because you have to get premium rather than in my Civic. I could get like 85, 80, whatever. I could get whatever in the Civic, but in this I have to get premium. So gas is more. It goes through gas more, especially if you're hitting boost, if you are just driving harder on it. And other than gas and insurance, oil is another thing. Because it's a turbo and the oil has to go through the engine, through the turbo, you eat through oil way more than a Honda. Like, you want to check the oil constantly, make sure everything's good with oil. Oil is another cost in this car that you have to do more often than a Honda or a car that's not turbo. So these are all just costs that you want to consider for getting a WRX. Do I think it's worth it? It depends. If you love the feel of boost, if you love the sound of rumble, and you can afford to pay the extra insurance, extra gas, I think a Subaru WRX is so worth it. I've loved owning this car. Another cool thing, I don't know if this is everywhere, but where I'm from, whenever you're driving down the road and you see another WRX, it's almost like you're brothers or you're connected. So you're always like, yo, peace out, what's up? You just are always talking to Subaru owners, and it's so awesome. It's like when I owned a Honda people didn't really look at me, because if you don't own an SI or you don't have a cool Civic, they look at you like, dude, what the heck are you driving? But in Subarus, they're like, yo, you got a WRX, you're a homie, what is up? That's what I love about the Subaru community. There's just like little things about owning a WRX that have made me, like, I would own another one, and I want to own another one. I would still like to own an SI. My favorite year I want is the FB6, the 2013 to 2015. That is one of my favorite body styles, favorite years. I still want that Civic, but I do love my WRX. For now, WRX is what I'm doing. So this video has kind of been all over the place, and I apologize. I just really wanted to do this video to tell you my thoughts on owning a WRX, how I felt about owning a WRX. If you guys have any more comments or concerns or any things you want me to touch on, leave them down in the comments below, whether it be like specific questions you have for me of owning a WRX, like anything in specifics, comment them down below. I will either answer your comment or make a video completely different on that topic. I know I don't have a lot of things to film because money is tight, to be honest with you, so I can't do a lot of mods, I can't do a lot of stuff, but whenever I do get a mod, whenever I do anything on this car, I will update you. But as of now, it's just one stock hawk. So I think I'm going to wrap up this video here. Hopefully you were able to get something out of this video. Hopefully I made sense, because I kind of rambled on and off and all over the place. I do apologize for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, video ideas, whatever, comment them down below, and I will try to upload as often as I can if I think of ideas or topics to film about my WRX. But until then, that's going to wrap this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.